Well, thank you very much, Yvonne. And it was a really great opportunity for us to present to an illustrious panel and to get really clear validation, right, from giants such as Huawei, TM, MDEC, in terms of the fact that our business model, our approach, our growth trajectory, our partnership actually works, right? So more than just the vanity claims that a competition obviously yields, I think this helps us get a better appreciation that we're on the right track. And I think moving forward, our potential partnership with Huawei, as well as the other partners, as well as MDEC, would help us get out there, right? We face fundamental challenges as a startup in terms of capital raising, in terms of going regional, as well as developing deep tech capabilities. And this partnership with these organizations will certainly pave the way, right? So, we're the lucky recipients of the COVID-19 lottery, right? On two accounts. One is the fast digital adoption. So it's no more alien thing to many people to order food online or to conduct their education online, and so it lends a natural similarity to actually conduct virtual calls with their doctors or getting medications delivered to them. That would be the first bit. And secondly is the fact that in this era where SOPs need to be adhered to and people have real palpable fear of going to the doctors for fear of COVID-19, the fact that they could actually start their healthcare journey online, right? Figure out which doctors to go to, pharmacists, labs, really learn about their symptoms, get as much help online before they, touch wood, have to go to the physical clinics, again, drives a lot of traction to our platform. Really good question. I haven't been figuring out too much about being a unicorn, but from a day-to-day perspective, I think the space in Malaysia, at least from a venture capitalist perspective, as well as from an enabler perspective, or even the ecosystem, is not naturally built for startups, right? So talking to a bank or corporate finance member or professional who's used in dealing with property development projects or capital intensive projects won't understand how does it take to invest into a SaaS based organization or a platform, online platform, right? And so that's why you don't see too many champions in Malaysia, like the likes of whether it's Huawei or the likes of Grab and Faith, coming from this part of the world. And so in our conversations, we've been stuck with that. But I think times are changing. They understand that writing on the wall shows that clearly we need to move down this path, right? And organizations such as MDEC, as well as other organizations, are trying to drive regional VCs, are trying to drive us across the regional markets, because this market may be a bit small or maybe a late adopter. And so again, it's been challenging all this while, but there's clear blue skies ahead of us, and we just got to keep driving with that. We're certainly very optimistic on that. So the China miracle, right, of driving the Tencents and Alibaba didn't come out of just poor infrastructure. It had to come out from great infrastructure, like the likes of Huawei. It had to come out from good venture financing, like the likes of TusStar. And so we are hoping that that same experience that they have over there, and understanding that it's going to be a long sales cycle, right? Alibaba probably didn't break even for the first decade, right? But now, obviously, money making can be transposed across to Malaysia or this part of the world, right? And we can take Malaysia to go across the region and become regional champions. It takes that foresight. It is. I mean, like when we first started off trying to look for just Malaysians to do the work, or all male-dominated organization to do the work, right? That's where you naturally start. It didn't get as much results. So we obviously had to get programmers from outside Malaysia, right? So whether they are Pakistanis or Indians or Arabs and Yemenis and Syrians, we started expanding that because we were just very talent hungry, and the entire industry is talent hungry, and we just can't rely on the existing pool of individuals. Similar to what I mentioned earlier, 2/3 of our traffic and our customers are women, and so we needed to craft products and customer journeys which were, I suppose, which they could relate more to, and so we had to get more women onto it. So I don't think it should be a conversation about putting a quota of women or migrants or people of this race and or whatever minority groups. It should be more of a question of like, how do we get to that group, and how do we actually use these resources to get there, and that will make it to be more of a fairer playing ground, right? And not handicap anyone with any particular quota or limitations.